Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I have always believed that moments like these should last forever, and that's why I've always encouraged that forever exists and happily ever after is a true thing. Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to think about doing that, because I promise you that I will always be here for you as the host of this show and your voice of Descendants of Zombies to help you make sense of the passion that you grew up with, your favorite characters, and your favorite moments that made you a fan of both Descendants and Zombies. This has been the greatest year of my life, because I not only got to talk about Descendants and Zombies, but I got to meet so many wonderful people because of this YouTube channel and this passion that we share in. This coming year in 2026, we will celebrate the premiere of Descendants book Wonderland, and I'm so excited about the upcoming premiere because I have so many predictions to make and I have so much to talk about. I think that more people should consistently upload videos about Descendants and Zombies. I think that people have been wanting more Descendants and Zombies videos for a very long time, and it's beyond me why YouTube creators will not take themselves up in the opportunity to upload more videos about Descendants and Zombies. I think it has a lot to do with how they love to criticize your favorite stars like Freya Skye, Meg Donnelly, and Clarke, who have been reduced to tears because of how people feel about them, and I want them to know that their dedication to their roles in Descendants and Zombies have been nothing short of phenomenal. I love them so much, man, and this has been the most fun that I've ever had in my entire life, and I think they're doing an incredible job inspiring millions of people and touching hearts. Because I say this because this is what I've always wanted and forever always wanted to do, was touch somebody's heart through the passions that we share in, through all the conversations that I've been a part of. And I've been a part of thousands of conversations about niches that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense to me or anybody who used to watch my show or listen to my radio program. I've been around for a very long time. But these memories that I've shared with each and every one of you that we've created together are memories that I will never ever forget. In the last year, I've had the honor of meeting so many wonderful fans of Descendants of Zombies, fans of Mal, fans of Red, fans of Evie. I've met so many wonderful fans of these characters, and I felt inspired so much by these characters to create thousands of videos. Over the last year, I've uploaded over 600 videos. Do you think that from the very first video that was ever uploaded here on this YouTube channel, I thought it was going to get the response that it received? No, I didn't. Did I think I would be your voice of Descendants and Zombies a year ago? No, I didn't. But you guys saw a hero in me that was obviously very apparent, and I wanted to be someone who would come through for you guys on videos on Dove Cameron, on Clarke, and I wanted to be very supportive of them. That's one thing that was truly undeniable about me. I noticed the chemistry between Victor and Nova, of course, Malachi Burton and Freya Skye's characters, and I thought it was a phenomenal way to carry on the legacy and the lineage of the Zombies franchise, and I think that this was a moment in time that if we could have stopped, we could have lived over and over and over again. And moments like when Zed and Addison met each other for the first time in the zombie safe zone were moments that I wish I could have frozen time because of just how passionate we felt about these moments and how passionate we felt about these characters. I mean, we've laughed together, we've cried together, we've shared in some of the most unbelievable experiences of all time through being fans of Descendants of Zombies. And one thing that I've noticed has been represented so phenomenally is cultural diversity, because so many people love Descendants of Zombies regardless of what they may be going through, how their life is going for them. And I think they saw themselves in these situations that these characters portrayed themselves in. Like how Dove Cameron's character Mel wanted to achieve acceptance in Ordon after coming over from the Isle of the Lost and going on to achieve more than Maleficent ever thought that she would. I thought that working alongside Christian Chenoweth helped out Dove Cameron a lot, and I think that Dove Cameron drew inspiration for this character. But the thing about Dove Cameron was she was able to take character traits and separate her character from every other character on the set of Descendants that she shared it with. She was a very different character from the Evie character. She was a very different character from the Carlos character portrayed by Cameron Boyce, who we all miss dearly. I think that she not only brought the best out of herself, but she brought the best out of everybody she worked with, and that demonstrated a lot of passion. And that's something I will never ever forget, because oftentimes you see these musicals like High School Musical, The Sound of Music, and even Wicked that really make no sense to a whole lot of people. There are fans of Wicked, there are people who don't necessarily like Wicked so much. Like, for instance, I have this friend from Ukraine that I go to movies with all the time, and I'm trying to persuade him to go to Wicked with me on November 21st. Do you think he's going to go? No, he's not going to go because he doesn't like musicals. He likes action-adventure movies, but I like musicals and I like movies that are romance. and he doesn't. So that's what creates diversity, and that's what I appreciate. There are fans of Descendants and Zombies, there are fans that don't really like Descendants and Zombies, but that's what is so cool and so fun about life, is how unpredictable it is. You never know who you're going to meet every single day that you go to school and you get off the school bus. You never know how your life is going to go, and some of you are the best of friends because of Descendants and Zombies. And that's what's so cool about this YouTube channel, is over the course of 600 videos that I've uploaded on this YouTube channel, people leave comments all the time. People never fail to hit the like button because they're so supportive of every video that I've uploaded. I just started talking about Dove Cameron a year and a half ago because I saw her relationships not really turning out the way that she wanted them to, and I just wanted to be so supportive of Dove Cameron, and I was very vocal about how Dove Cameron was being treated. And I had to apologize for a lot of things that I said about Dove Cameron on my videos because I didn't really agree with how Ryan McCartan and Thomas Doherty were treating her, because I thought Dove Cameron deserved better. And I will forever stand to that. I think that God gave these girls voices to use, and I think that if they can't use their voices, they can't feel courageous, they can't feel inspired. And I think that to make people feel inspired, they too have to feel inspired themselves. So I think the more that we talk about people like Fran, the more that we talk about people like Kylie Cantrell, the more incentive we can offer. And that's what I feel so passionate about every single time that I turn this microphone on and I turn my reciprocal lights pink, is because it's the color of Bridget. And I thought Bridget was a genuinely sweet person. That's one thing that I give Ruby Rose Turner an abundant amount of credit for, is just how genuinely sweet she was. I really don't think there's an unkind bone in the body of Ruby Rose Turner. She's just a sweet soul, and if there was somebody that I could feel inspired by, it would have been the Bridget character and Ruby Rose Turner. I think that not just the Bridget character, but every character that she portrayed on Coop and Cammy Ask the World, Cammy rather, Fuller House, she did a great job with every role that she was ever given, and she looked at it as an opportunity. And I wish more people could learn from people like Kylie and Ruby, because their friendship being put on display is something that I give Disney a profound amount of credit for. Because years ago, we never saw this with Miley Cyrus and Emily Osment. They were just working together for the sake of working together. And many, many times over the course of the period of the Hannah Montana, the writers and producers told Emily and Miley they had to get it together. I remember reading the book Miles to Go years ago and feeling so heartbroken over the fact that Miley and Emily weren't the best of friends, because Disney did everything they could to make it seem like they were the best of friends. They made us believe something that wasn't actually fact. And that's the worst thing ever about Disney Channel shows from generations past, is that they tried to make us believe something that wasn't actually legitimate. And I remember reading the book feeling so heartbroken over this and that, and I don't know how I felt about Hannah Montana after I read the book. I kind of gave up on my hopes and dreams for that series, because I remember being such a huge fan of Hannah Montana. From 2006 up until the latter part of 2008, I was the biggest Hannah Montana fan ever. I was diehard. You guys got to believe me. The music, the story was beautiful. I wish more of a story would have been brought to life for Hannah Montana and two Wizards. But I think that because of the music and just how passionate Miley felt about everything that she did, really bringing the show to life and giving it incentive, offering us encouragement, was something I felt very inspired by. And then I saw all the Hannah Montana merch, from the guitar to the jacket, which was beautiful, the light-up jackets. How many of you are young enough to remember the light-up jackets that Hannah Montana had? I remember thousands of these copies of jackets being sold, and it kind of puts me in mind of the Descendants dolls, how revered Hannah Montana became because of her merch sales. And then of course Hannah Montana had her own website and stuff, and Disney was promoting this so phenomenally well. And then of course Disney had this great website, Disney.com, was blowing up. The Disney.com website and D23.com is a far cry from what it used to be. I say this because I used to develop websites when I was in high school all the time, and Disney.com had all kinds of stuff on there. They had updates all the time. They had games for you to play inspired by their favorite characters, and then of course they had video games off their most successful franchises like Hannah Montana. I actually had the original Hannah Montana the movie video game. I will show it to you guys if I ever find it in my collection, but I used to collect a lot of Disney video games, and I'm trying to find the Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension video game. It's one of my Disney games that I'm finding very hard to find, but I think on Amazon it's going for like 155 plus, and I don't want to have to sacrifice that much for the Phineas and Ferb video game. But I remember Disney being in this era where website development and video games were prided on. And now we don't see anything from Disney. And it really upsets me that Disney is in this realm right now where they're not coming out with as many video games. I think Dreamlight Valley is their pride and joy right now. And that's coming off shelves as of December 19th. You're not going to be able to buy a physical copy anymore of Dreamlight Valley, which I actually have in my video game collection that I actually am very proud to own a copy of. I have the cozy edition of Dreamlight Valley. And I think that, digital video games like Speedstorm and Dreamlight Valley are becoming the thing now, are becoming the norm for Disney. But I remember an era where it was so cool to be a fan of Disney Channel and just to watch it. Coming home from school, being so excited for the latest episode of your favorite TV show, and probably seeing over 100 episodes produced for one TV show that you were a fan of, like Sweet Life and Hannah Montana and Wizards. Although Disney could never get past 4 seasons or 100 episodes per season of a show, I think that they definitely had come into their own because of what shows like Hannah Montana and Wizards were offering. And then Descendants Wicked World happens from 2015 to 2017 in just 2 seasons. This was a series that was animated that could have easily gone 4 seasons. I think Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Cameron Boyce offered a lot to that TV series because these characters were not only brought to life physically, but they were also brought to life animated. And of course, shooting shows like Zombies, the Reanimated series during the pandemic, I give them a tremendous amount of credit because they had the green screen and everything, all this equipment in their home, and they were so dedicated to what they did. And they did it with such passion. I would have loved to have shot my radio show during the pandemic, but I had a lot going on. And I think that this showed a lot of dedication and a lot of heart. And I think that the more that we talk about this on things like YouTube and on the radio, I think that we're giving them credit where they deserve it. And I wish more people would upload more videos for you guys with their feelings about Descendants of Zombies in them. Unfortunately, if you don't see a reaction video where people are criticizing Meg Donnelly and Kylie Cantrell and Freya Skye, then pretty much you're not being offered what you expect to be offered. I mean, it's really sad how, somebody loves Descendants of Zombies so much, but you can't see the videos that you want to see, and you can't hear your favorite stars talked about the way that you want to hear them talked about. So I think that the best conversations that happen are conversations that happen every single day between the 2 best friends that you've been friends with your entire life about Descendants of Zombies. You went to the Worlds Collide tour together, you shot a video, you uploaded it to YouTube, and that was the best content from the Worlds Collide tour, were videos uploaded by fans. Apart from the videos that were uploaded about the critics who felt the way they did about the Worlds Collide tour, the ticket prices starting at $200, the quality of the merch not living up to their standard. I mean, who really cared about the quality of a t-shirt or a hoodie? I would have loved to have gotten my hands on one of those hoodies. They look fabulous, and I think that people who actually still advertise that on their fan pages are incredible. You guys deserve all the respect in the world because some of your fan pages and your fan art and your photos and your images are incredible. Just how passionate you are about Descendants of Zombies. You deserve all the credit in the world, and I have mad respect for you guys. I have a big shout out of love coming from me towards each and every one of you because look what you did for me on YouTube. More people on YouTube know who Jonathan Clarke on YouTube is than ever before, and it's because of each and every one of you. Even if I upload just one video every day, I know I have love and support from fans of Descendants of Zombies. I may not have that same amount of love and support from fans of SpongeBob SquarePants or Goofy or Mickey Mouse or Winnie the Pooh, but I have, happy birthday by the way, Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh, and of course Darkwing Duck, who was one of my favorite characters of all time from the lateral part of the 1990s. I think he's 73 years old. His birthday was yesterday. But I know that I have fans of Descendants of Zombies who watch this show every single day. And that's what's so cool about being passionate about uploading these videos. The one question I get every day is, Jonathan Clarke, how can you upload hundreds of videos about Descendants of Zombies? I can upload hundreds of videos about Descendants of Zombies because I feel very passionate about Descendants of Zombies. The music, the script, how beautiful the characters are, because it's undeniable how gorgeous people like Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Cantrell are. They were gorgeous ever since they opened up their eyes in this world. And I think that because they were gorgeous ever since they opened up their eyes in this world, they deserve credit beyond credit. And I think that the more love and respect that we show them, then the more incentive we give them to create. Because being an actress or being an actor or being a singer is a creation. And I think that if you can create in ways that you want to create and have creative freedom given to you, that is an undeniable amount of respect. And I think Disney has been holding back these stars from giving them creative control and incentive for far long enough now. And it's about time somebody signed on with Disney who wanted to give them creative freedom, wanted to bestow that on them, to give them incentive, to give them confidence, and just really see what they can do. See if they can really bounce the ball in their proverbial court. Because if you give them the ball to bounce in their proverbial court, who says they're going to mess up? I know that Disney has been shouting out for the live-action Tangled to pick up production again. I know that they're doing a live-action Hercules in 2027. So I think that the chances for Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Contrail to be these live-action princesses for Tangled and, of course, Hercules have never been more apparent than ever before. And I think that if you give someone like Ruby Rose Turner the chance to actually be Rapunzel in a live-action, she's really going to run with that because of her curiosity, because of how beautiful she is, and just for her passion for life. That's one thing that I get all the time, and I see all the time from these stars of Descendants, is just a passion for life and being so appreciative of being a part of whatever they're a part of. And that's what's so fun about being a fan of Descendants of Zombies, is that you never know what's going to happen next. I mean, when I signed on social media on Halloween, I never thought I'd see Freya Sky dressed up as Tinkerbell, but she was showcasing her passion for these characters and letting us know who she grew up a fan of. I don't think there was ever a little girl who grew up that was never a fan of Tinkerbell. I don't think there was ever a little girl who ever grew up who was never a fan of Hannah Montana, which is really, really cool. I love how Peyton List does these interviews 15 years after her time with Jesse and Bunked is over, saying that she grew up a fan of Hannah Montana. I think that is huge. I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. And I think more people should showcase their passions, because all I've ever wanted you to do by watching my videos on YouTube, regardless if I upload one video every day, is just to follow your passion. Because if you follow your passion, the potential from following your passion and the satisfaction that you get from following your passion is beyond anyone's wildest imagination. That's all I've ever wanted you to do, is follow your passion. If you're passionate about singing, if you're passionate about acting, if you're passionate about just having fun, then so be it. Just run with that and have fun with it. If you have a prediction about zombies to be made, then run with your prediction. If you think it's going to be mermaids, if you think it's going to be pirates within inside this vortex, then have fun with it. Because when it comes to a vortex, I know it's associated with the end of the world and the end of time. Oh my God. And I'm probably the only YouTuber who's voluntarily suggested to jump inside of this vortex to uncover its mystery, because it looks quite fun. And I would love the opportunity to dance on stage with 100 zombies. The thing is, we have to have fun with Descendants of Zombies, because moments like these only happen once every lifetime. And the thing about time is, it's so precious because we never know how much time we have. So because we never know how much time we have, it's all about how we spend the time that we are allocated around the people that we love, who we surround ourselves with, and how we spend that time. And I think if I had more time, obviously I would go back in time and tell more people that I surround myself with that I love them and I appreciate them. I think we would all take ourselves up on that opportunity to do it. Because I think being a fan of Disney comes with a lot of passion and a lot of dedication. Because there are people who collect these Descendants dolls, the 10th anniversary dolls, the original dolls from the original series. And you guys are so passionate about it, you probably have a shelf full of Descendants dolls in your room. You probably have your room full of Descendants posters. That's cool. I love that. And I think that that deserves to be encouraged, because that inspires you. That gives your life color. That gives your life incentive. And that's all I've ever wanted to do, is inspire people through every video that I've ever uploaded on this YouTube channel. The past 600 videos that I've had the honor of uploading about Dove Cameron, Kylie Contrail, Ruby Rose Turner, I've had fun with. Because I not only got to talk about Descendants of Zombies, I had the honor of meeting each and every one of you who were far more passionate about Descendants of Zombies than I've ever been. There are people who watch these videos who know more about these stars than I've ever known. From Kylie Contrail's stories about how she used to cry because she missed her friends when she was on tour all the time because she couldn't make sense of her own life, to how Sophia Carson used to have to transfer schools because she was a victim of bullying, how Ruby Rose Turner felt heartbroken because she was turned down for roles. I think that the more incentive that we show these stars that they are inspiring us to create, the further they're going to go, and the brighter their stars are going to shine. But they can't shine unless we help them and unless we encourage them. And that's exactly what we did when we came out in unison at the Worlds Collide Tour. Thousands of people sold out 43 arena dates across the country, across the board, and it was a phenomenal production. It was one of the best concert productions since the Best of Both Worlds tour from 2008 with Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers. And I think the detail was off the charts. I didn't agree with the reviews people were uploading about the Worlds Collide Tour, and I thought the fan videos were the best videos that were ever uploaded because you guys showed such passion for the Worlds Collide Tour, unlike anything that I've ever seen in my life. And I hope that when Leg 2 happens of the Worlds Collide Tour, more great reviews are posted, because I really do believe that if we're going to talk about Descendants of Zombies, then that's what we should do on every video that we upload on YouTube, while offering encouragement to these stars to keep on moving forward, because the foreseeable future for Descendants of Zombies is something that I'm really excited about, and I'm just excited to be here to be a part of it with each and every one of you. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to do that, because it's my honor to be in your presence every single time I upload a video. We have over 600 videos uploaded to this YouTube channel as of right now. I believe this is video 599, so the next video that will be uploaded will be video 600. But you can always leave a comment for me. You can always hit the like button. You can always share this video, because I have a lot to say where Descendants of Zombies goes. From my heart to yours, guys, thank you so much for all the love and support. Keep Descendants of Zombies in your heart, because kindness really does go a long way in this world, and has a profound impact on people that you don't necessarily think it has a profound impact on, until you try to show a little bit of extra kindness to somebody in their lifetime, because somebody out there is just waiting on that and really needs it. Guys, thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown these videos. Keep kindness in your hearts and Descendants of Zombies alive. Until next time, everybody, remember that life is sweeter when all of us are, and all we have to do for the foreseeable future is stay calm and zombie on in this life, because that's the only way to be, guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the love and support. We will talk again about Descendants of Zombies in the foreseeable future. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Keep kindness in your heart, because kindness really does go a long way in this world.